Good morning, Greenlight the Day family. Welcome. Happy Sunday. My name is Jane. First, we woke up this morning, so that's a great big blessing. And I just want to say, a quick prayer for gratitude. Thank you for life today and another chance to practice in this great mystery of, the gift of life that we've been given. But anyways, today I want to share with you, I've been doing some reading on this book, and unfortunately, I use a Nook, and just the simple cheapy Nook, not the colorful, nice one. But I've been reading this book, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. Can y'all see that? It's a book by Wayne Dyer. Here's the actual cover. It's Living the Wisdom of the Tao. See? I guess he decided to study, the Tao. I'm not sure if he's into the actual schools that came out of it, but I heard an interview with him that made me curious to know more about, what is the Tao? What is that? And what is that all about? And as a child of light, because I grew up in a Christian church, and I was lucky enough to be at a pivotal moment of my life, in my teenage years. The minister of our church was a young person. I mean, it's hard to imagine now that, he was 24 at the time, and I was like 15. But I remember so clearly that he told us that we were children of the light, and children of the light cannot be afraid to be challenged in their beliefs or what they believe, because how can you know what you believe if you're never challenged? And not to be defensive about it, just to know why you believe things, and not because he told us to believe it, not because anybody told us, it's because of study and, experience. And so that has, that really impacted me, and I think has helped me a lot along the way, with my own personal beliefs, which I told you, this channel is not about religion, and it has nothing to do with that. What my beliefs are, I just am not. I personally don't. I'm not a minister. I'm not a missionary, like I said. So I don't like to talk about religious topics. I feel like my belief system is something that I show in how I live, not in what I say. And because what I say can be totally wrong. And also because I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the book, The 5 Love Languages, by Gary Chapman, but I believe that the love language that in my belief system, the love language that I have going on with the higher power is not necessarily the love language that is for you or, another person. It's my personal love language, and so I feel like it would be wrong of me to teach, quote unquote, teach that, because it's my love language, and it's meant for me. The messages of my life, the lessons of my life are meant for me personally. And yes, I could share with you a story, but I just personally believe it's very personal. But I'm greenlighting my day today. Like, I'm taking up 4 minutes of your time explaining this, because I guess I feel like it's a sensitive subject, and I just want to clarify that I'm not here to preach to you. This is not about preaching, and this is not about anything. This is just about me greenlighting my day. And today I just felt the need to hear some words that were a little bit more spiritual. So I understand if you don't want to spend this time with me, but this is how I feel, and this is what's going to greenlight my day for me today. So anyways, I've been reading this book by Mr. Dyer, Dr. Dyer, and this is the passage that that struck out at me, when I was reading it the other day. So he wrote, because what he's doing in this book, let me explain real quick, is that as he studied the Tao, he took certain verses and just like, kind of like this channel, you know what? Oh my God, that's what he's doing. He was taking like certain verses and then he was explaining the verse or what he took from the verse from it, kind of like we're doing. And I didn't even think about that, but that's what he's doing. He was greenlighting his day. But well, you know what I mean. We're greenlighting our day. We're resetting our day. We're resetting it. If we don't feel good, if for whatever reason something's going on that we're not feeling that great, we can stop and reset and say, you know what, enough. Life's too short to be feeling bad. I don't want to feel bad. I don't want to hold on to this baggage. I'm going to let it go and I'm going to, do the dance or whatever. So, anyways, back to the reading. This is a paragraph that stuck out at me. Let relationships just be. Don't always toil at trying to understand your mate, your children, your parents, your boss, or anyone else, because the way is working at all times. When expectations are shattered, practice allowing that to be the way it is. Relax, let go, allow, and recognize that some of your desires are about how you think the world should be rather than how it is in the moment. This was a huge lesson. This is one that I've been learning. You know how we all have lessons in our life? And this is a lesson that probably there are things that have happened in my life in the last probably like 2 or 3 years that I've learned. I feel like sometimes life is like going through school again, and I'm not sure if I'm in middle school, high school, or in college. But some of these lessons, sometimes it just takes a while to get through them. Like some lessons in life, kind of like, writing, arithmetic, there's certain things that we go through in every year of school. We go through the same thing, kind of the same topics over and over and over just to get it really cemented in our heads. So I feel like some experiences are like that. And then there's some that are just so like big that you just have to like stop and grasp what it is. And this is one of them. To learn to allow people to just be who they are. Like I'm very respectful of who people are. I have been practicing that. But I think there was still obviously some work that I needed to do with that. And it wasn't, learning to let go of the shoulds. The shoulds, letting go of the shoulds is a very huge lesson for me, personally. And I just have learned to, and I'm not perfect at it because I still have gut reactions to certain things that people do or say, but I am trying really hard to just accept people for what they're going through at the time, to understand it has nothing to do with me, even if they're talking about me, even if they're thinking about me or whatever, that it really has nothing to do with me. It really is always about them. So like if I have a thought about somebody that is not an example, not a kind thought, I try now to stop and think about, why am I thinking that? It has nothing to do with that person. My placing a judgment on that person really has nothing to do with that person. Now, don't get me wrong, it doesn't mean that there's not people out there in the world that aren't doing bad things. We know for a fact there are people doing bad things, making bad choices, but that's still not about me. It's about, what they're doing still has nothing to do with me. I can only control what I'm thinking, and not even control, it's observe, trying to get to a place of unconditional love. It's just learning to observe, what am I thinking, what is another person thinking, without judgment, without labeling people, you know what I mean? So, I don't know if you know what I mean, but that's where I'm working on. I'm trying to get to that point where I'm observing my thoughts. Okay, if I have a reaction to something somebody said or did, if I got a gut reaction and it's not a positive one, because positive ones, we know where that's coming from. Positive feeds off of positive. But if I have a negative reaction to somebody, and I'm not talking about like where we listen to our instincts and think this might be harmful to us. That's not what I'm talking about. Just in the general day-to-day, okay, this thing is annoying me. This person said this and it annoyed me, or it made me have some kind of response. then I try to stop and think, okay, why? What is it about them? What is it about what was said? What is it telling me about me? What am I learning about myself in this moment? Without any judgment, just trying to get to why I feel those feelings, because we can sometimes be prisoner of our feelings, and that's not even a good thing either, just to observe our feelings, just with no judgment about them. I try not to put, like, this is a bad feeling, this is a good feeling. It's still being labeled. I'm trying to live a life where I'm not labeling things, because I really, really want to be about getting back to love. That's, for me, that's my love language, right? My love language is getting back to the love. And there's lessons that I am going to get, and some of them are going to hit me in the face, and I may look like I'm failing, but I understand that it's not a failure. It's a lesson that I needed to learn. It's maybe be uncomfortable and very challenging and painful, but the point is to get to the lesson, to get back to the love, and come out stronger from that. Anyways, I'm sorry I've taken so much time, but this is what I needed today to talk about, to start out my day, because this is where I'm at right now. And I just want to be very honest with you about where I'm at right now. And this is how I'm practicing, starting my day today. And my intention of just letting go of expectations, observing why I feel the way why I'm feeling things the way I am, that have nothing to do with what people are saying and doing. And to just try to be very intentional in loving people for who they are, how they are, and just caring that they're happy in their life, because my life is short, your life is short. It's very short. I don't care if we live to be 100 years old. That's short, to learn the lessons that we have, to get a chance to live at a higher vibration. And I want to just respect. Yeah, that's, for lack of a better word, I just want to respect your life journey. I want to respect my own life journey, and just be real with it and practice authenticity. Just constantly practicing authenticity. This is how I feel today. I don't know what I'll learn in today that may make me change my whole belief system. It can happen. I'm open to it. I'm open to it because I know that I don't have all the answers, and I know that I don't have to be right. But for right now, this is how I feel, and this is real, and this is, I don't know, the light is green. I'll see you later.